Hello and welcome to our lecture series on strength of materials. This is our sixth lecture on moment of inertia. In the last 5 lectures, we have learned about the basics of moment of inertia that included its definition, various theorems, formulas and numericals. Okay, so in this particular lecture also we are going to see one numerical. So today's numerical, so the 12th numerical. So the numerical says a rectangular hole is made in a triangular section as shown in figure. Determine the moment of inertia of the section at the base. So already question is given, the diagram is being given in this particular question. So the diagram shows one triangle in which a rectangular hole is made. Okay, so the base of triangle is 100 mm as you can see over here, and the total height, if you add all these three dimensions, we will have 90 mm. So the base of triangle is 100 mm and the height of triangle is 90 mm. In the same way, as you can see over here, the base or the breadth of rectangle is given as 20 mm and the depth of rectangle or the height of rectangle is indicated as 30 mm. Okay, so remember over here that one section is cut from another section and the remaining, which is shown by the inclined lines or the hatching lines, that much only is the remaining portion of this section. Okay, so let us write the given values. So if we consider triangle as first part or first section and rectangle as second part or second section, we will have B1 is equal to 100 mm, H1 is equal to 90 mm, B2 is equal to 20 mm and T2 as 30 mm. Remember, in this question they have asked us to determine the moment of inertia at the base. So the base is indicated by AB. Remember, this base AB is just not the base, it is not just the base of the triangle, but it is the base of the whole plane. Okay, so what we have to find? We have to find the moment of inertia of the base of the whole plane, so which is denoted by AB. So we have to find IAB. So in this case also we have to use the parallel axis theorem as we have used that in our previous example. But the basic difference between the previous example and in this example is that in the previous example one section is added to another section. Okay, and in this example one section is removed from another section. So keeping those things in mind, we have to switch the formulas. Instead of using plus formulas for y bar and ixx, we have to use the formulas of minus. Okay, so that we will study when we go through the numerical. So IAB, so when we have to find the moment of inertia about this axis, we have to use the parallel axis theorem. So accordingly, IAB is equal to IXX plus A square, where this IXX is the horizontal central axis of the whole plane. Okay, A is the area of the remaining section and H is the distance of the horizontal central axis of this whole plane or the remaining plane from the base of the plane. Okay, and IXX will be equal to IXX1 minus IXX2. Why? Because one section is cut from another section. So here we are going to use IXX1 minus IXX2 instead of IXX1 plus IXX2. Remember this difference. Okay, mark this down. So here to find IXX1 and IXX2, first of all we need to have the value of y bar. So the formula for y bar here will be A1y1 minus A2y2 upon A1 minus A2. Remember here that we have used minus sign. Why minus sign is used? Because again one section was removed from another section. For that particular reason we are using the minus sign. Okay, so A1 is the area of first section, that is of triangle. A2 is the area of the second section, that is of rectangle. Y1 is the distance of the horizontal central axis of triangle from the base, and Y2 is the distance of horizontal central axis of rectangle from the base. So accordingly, we will have A1 is equal to half into base into height. So using the values of base and height of this triangle, we will have A1 is equal to 4500 mm square. Similarly, A2 is the area of rectangle. So area of rectangle is breadth into depth. Putting those values of breadth and depth of that corresponding rectangle, we will have A2 as 600 mm square. Okay, then we will move forward. We'll try to find the value of y1. So again, what is y1? Y1 is the distance between the horizontal central axis of the first section, that is of the triangle, from the base. So we know that the horizontal central axis of triangle lies at a distance of 1/3 of the height from the base of the triangle, as we have discussed that in our second lecture. Okay, so using that logic over here, we will have y1 is equal to h1 by 3. Why I have written over here h1? H1 is the total height of the triangle, and that is 90 mm. So 90 by 3, we will have y1 is equal to 30 mm. Then again, moving forward, when we have to find y2, we have to take the distance of the horizontal central axis of the rectangle from the base. Remember, so we know that the horizontal central axis of the rectangle is at half its total depth. So it will be at the distance d2 by 2 from the base of the rectangle. And the base of this rectangle is at 30 mm from the base of the whole figure. So using that logic, we will take y2 equal to 30 by 30, because this base of rectangle is at a distance of 30 mm from the base of our whole plane. So this 30 plus d2 by 2, we will get y2 as 45 mm. So now we have a1, we have a2, we have y1 and y2. Using all these terms and putting those values in this formula, we can get the distance of y1, distance of y bar, or the value of y bar. So we will have y bar is equal to 4500 into 30 minus 600 up into 45 upon 4500 minus 600. So we will have y bar is equal to 27.6923 mm. So our y bar will be somewhere over here. Why? Because this distance is 30 mm, and below this 30 mm, suppose this distance as 27.6293. So our y bar will be at this distance. Okay, so this is our horizontal central axis of the whole plane. Okay, this is the horizontal central axis of rectangle, and this is the horizontal central axis of our triangle. Why I have drawn from the base? Because the distance of the horizontal central axis of our triangle is at 30 mm from the base. So at 30 mm, so I have drawn here. So this is our first horizontal central axis, and this is our second horizontal central axis. Okay, now we have to find Ixx1. So we have to find the moment of inertia of the first plane, that is of triangle, about this axis xx. So the moment of inertia of this triangle about its own central horizontal axis will be bh cube upon 36. Its central axis is parallel to the central axis of the whole plane. So we have to use the parallel axis theorem. So using that, we will have Ixx1 is equal to b1 h1 cube upon 36. Again, why we have used b1 h1 cube upon 36? It is the formula of the moment of inertia of about horizontal central axis of the triangle. Okay, so b1 h1 cube upon 36 plus a1 h1 square. What is a1? A1 is the area of triangle. h1 is the distance between the horizontal central axis of triangle and horizontal central axis of the plane. So horizontal central axis of the triangle is this 1 that I have written over here, and horizontal central axis of our whole plane is xx, as you can see over here. So the distance between these two, this is our h1. So that will be equal to y bar minus y1. So putting those values, we will get Ixx1 is equal to 2.0489 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. Okay, so now we have the value of Ixx1. Again, we need to find the value of Ixx2 to find the value of Ixx so that we can further move to find the value of IAB. So what is Ixx2? Ixx2 is moment of inertia of this rectangle about the horizontal central axis of the whole plane. It is about xx. So the horizontal central axis of rectangle is parallel to the horizontal central axis of the whole plane. So again we have to use the parallaxis theorem, and correspondingly we will have Ixx2 is equal to moment of inertia of rectangle about its horizontal central axis, whose formula is BDQ upon 12. Here we are denoting the rectangle with subscript 2. So I have written over here B2 into D2 cube upon 12 plus A2 H2 square. What is A2? A2 is the area of rectangle. What is H2? H2 is the distance between the two horizontal axes or the two parallel axes. Okay, so H2 is the distance between the axis 2, 2 and axis xx. So again H2 will be equal to y bar minus y2. So putting those values, we'll have 20 into 30 cube upon 12 plus 600 into 27.6923 minus 45 square. Now students, remember over here, the basic error or the common error that students tend to make is that they forget to put square over here, or sometimes it happens that they put square in the formula but they forget to take it in your calci while calculating. So your answer can vary, your answer can get wrong. So solve carefully. Okay, moment of inertia is a easy topic. Okay, the numericals can be lengthy but they are of easy nature. You don't require to remember very difficult formulas. The formulas also are of easy nature, but you have to keep attention while solving the question. Okay, so putting those values, again we will have Ixx2 as 224.7338 into 10 raised to 3 mm raised to 4. Now we have Ixx is equal to Ixx1 minus Ixx2. Again, why we are taking minus sign over here? Because we have reduced or we have removed the rectangle from triangle. As we have removed, there is subtraction in the plane, so we have taken minus sign over here. Okay, so putting the values of Ixx1 and Ixx2, we'll have the value of Ixx as 1.8241 into 10 raised to 6. Okay, now what is remaining? We have to find the value of IAB. So IAB is equal to Ixx plus AH square. Now we have the value of Ixx. We need to find the value of A and H to find the final value of IAB. So what is A and H? A is the area of the total plane. Is the area of this remaining plane. Okay, so it is the area between the triangle and the rectangle, remaining area. Okay, so we have taken it as A1 minus A2, so that is equal to 4500 minus 600, so that is equal to 3900 mm square. What is H? Remember, we are finding moment of inertia about axis AB. So this AB is parallel to the horizontal central axis of the whole plane, and the distance between these two is our y bar. So in this case also we have taken H is equal to y bar, and that is equal to 27.6293 mm. So putting those values in that formula, we will get the value of IAB, and IAB is equal to 4.8149 into 10 raised to 6 mm raised to 4. Okay, so this is our final answer. Okay, so in this example, what we have used parallaxis theorem. We have used the formula of moment of inertia of triangle about its horizontal central axis. Again, we have used the formula of moment of inertia of rectangle about its horizontal central axis. And combining all those things, we have found the value of IAB. Remember, this question was asked, and that was asked for 4 marks. Even though the length of question is big, the answer writing might take time, but you have to attempt this because it is a very easy question. Okay, again, if you have any doubt, please go through our Telegram channel Please post your doubts over there. We will try to get through your doubts. Okay, so that's all for today's session. Thank you.